Hello, everybody. I'm Andrés Cantor. Welcome, everybody, to Entérate with Verizon.
Wow, the man, the legend, la voz, Andrés Cantor. Gracias, Andrés, por empezar el show. What an honor. We're going to get to know Andrés and hear his best advice for pursuing our dreams. But first, yes, happy Hispanic Heritage Month. Empezó el 15 de septiembre in honor of all of the different Independence Days for Hispanic countries. And today, we want to show you el Poder de Ser Latino, or the Power of Being Latino. We're feeling this power in so many ways, politically, economically, professionally, and as V-Teamers showing up every day. The 2020 census brought big news for the Latinx population in this country. It's growing, and so are the ways in which Latinx individuals identify, especially when it comes to the Afrolatino community. Take a look.
Hello everyone, my name is Randhy Feliz. I currently live in Yonkers, and I am a senior manager for New York Metro wireless engineering at Verizon.
Buenas, mi nombre es Gamal Catón. I am a senior manager for Verizon Wireless and inside sales. I've been with the company for 13 years, based out of Columbia, South Carolina.
Afro-Latino. You know, it seems, some people might say that it's trending now, Afro-Latino, Latinx, but for me, I've always identified with my African roots.
I felt like I struggled with identity when I first arrived to the United States. There weren't many Hispanic kids that looked like me as far as, being black, and then there weren't the kids that were black and speak Spanish, so I just didn't really know where to fit in.
I was born in Brooklyn. I am a daughter of 2 Dominicans. My mother always taught me to be really proud of my African roots. She taught me early on that the melanin of my skin was beautiful. I was surrounded with a lot of love growing back in Dominican Republic. But at a certain point, I wanted to search for better opportunities. I came back to the United States on my own. It was funny because I went to a high school in the Bronx. If I didn't open my mouth and people didn't hear my accent, they will just come and start talking in English. Hey, what's up? How you doing? And I'm like, no hablo inglés.
So I made it a point to really perfect my English. That was one of the things I was kind of picked on, is my accent. It got to a point now where sometimes you can't even detect or even know through conversation that I am from Panama.
There was a concept of the lighter, having lighter skin will give you more benefits, or you were of a better class. So I've always been motivated by negative comments, or if somebody tell me you can't make it because the color of your skin. I haven't seen a lot of negritas make it in music or an engineer. Before I joined Verizon, I became a Latin reggae artist. My name as an artist was La Negra, Orquídea Negra, part of a duet called LDA.
You have the option to select that you're Hispanic or Latino, and then it still wants to ask you if you're white or black, right? So I think that the questions are getting better. I know Somos provided a platform for us to talk about this last year, and I didn't know myself that there was other people that kind of had gone through the same things I've gone through growing up. You really would not know how many other people are going through some of the same challenges that you're going through, right? By speaking up, you're able to build that community and really work with others, and just to create awareness and to even learn some best practice of how people overcome some of those, colorism issues, microaggressions that happen as well too.
El mejor consejo que yo le puedo dar a nuestra nueva generación es que se eduquen, que aprendan más de sus raíces, que se den cuenta también de que en esas raíces se encuentra un poder muy significante. Tienes la oportunidad de hacer cosas maravillosas. So, para adelante y nada, buena suerte.
Gracias, Gamal and Randhy. We love our bilingual V-Teamers, but we've noticed that some of you still have some trouble saying Entérate. So we asked a few of our retail friends to give you some Spanish lessons.
Hola, my name is Rachel Villarreal, soy cubana.
Hola, my name is Michael Barahona, soy ecuatoriano.
Hola, ¿cómo están? My name is Flavio Verdán, yo soy argentino.
And today,
we're going to learn how to say a couple of phrases in Spanish.
Let's start with the most important one today, entérate. This means to find out, like a fact of a piece of information. As in, yo nunca me pierdo de un episodio de Entérate con Verizon. which means I never miss an episode of Entérate con Verizon.
How about textear? It's a Spanish version of texting. Oye, con mi nuevo teléfono, es fácil textear.
All right, next up, I'm going to teach you a common Argentine phrase. Es a las chapas, which means sheet metal, but in this particular case, we're saying that we're going really fast, we're in a hurry. As in, con 5G, te vas a las chapas. With 5G, you're going really fast.
Now, let's get Cuban. If your friend looks particularly stylish, just say, estás acabando. It means you're finishing, but what actually means is that you're killing it.
You may catch me calling you ñaño. That's a good thing. It means brother or homie. ñaño, que hola.
One thing about Cubans is that we know how to cook and we also know how to eat. And we're always up for a pastelito or a croqueta. So don't be surprised if you hear us say, estoy partido, because that means that we're hungry.
Another super Ecuadorian term, chocho. That's how you describe someone who's gushy over their baby or their pets. Mira que chocho estás con tu perrito.
Also, if you ever want to get my attention, just call out che. In Argentina, we say it all the time. It's like saying hey in English. Che, mira esta promoción de Verizon.
If you have good gossip to share, it's called brete. You know, esta muchacha me contó el brete, which means this girl told me a gossip.
Lastly, you never want to be chuchaki, which is the Ecuadorian way of saying hangover. Oye, está chuchaki. Lo siento.
And you can never go wrong with brother, or as you will say it, brother. Because down here in Miami, everyone es su brother.
Ok, dime el brete y dame las croquetas porque estoy partida. Gracias a Rachel, Michael y Flavia por nuestras clases de español. Latinos know business. We are the fastest growing group of entrepreneurs in the US. In the past 10 years alone, the number of Latino business owners has grown 34%, according to researchers at Stanford University. And Verizon has been proud to support so many of these businesses during the pandemic through grants and technology support. And now we're gonna meet one of the lucky recipients.
Hi, my name is Teresa Chavis, and I'm based here in Laramie, Wyoming, and I own Flowering Journey Wellness, which started 4 years ago. I went to a yoga conference and I was immediately drawn to the singing bowls that were used in Savasana. The bowls just immediately called to me and I needed to learn more and be able to use them both for myself and for others. Pandemic changed everything. Everyone had to be spread out. The way I conducted my sound healings changed. I applied for a grant and I was given the grant to allow me to do other things, which just allowed me to also provide a scholarship for individuals who maybe can't afford it because we're in the pandemic. It's allowed me to stay afloat and provide services to the community. You were just expected to do your job, whatever it was, and if you started something, you finished it. It didn't matter what it took, so that has definitely been an influence on my business because there are days that it's like you just want to give up, especially with the pandemic, and you just never know what's coming your way, but you have to continue to explore new ways to get the job done.
Mil gracias, Teresa. Such a cool business, and so happy Verizon was able to make a difference in your success. Okay, so talk about business success. Is there anyone more famous in the soccer world when it comes to sportscasting than Andrés Cantor? As you can tell, I'm shook. Growing up, it's his voice we remember every time a goal was scored. ¡Golazo! Imagínate cómo me sentí cuando tuve la oportunidad a conversar con señor Cantor.
Everybody knows you for saying "Gol." Where did that come from? Because I mean, it's so signature. It's so Andrés Cantor. Let's talk about that.
Thank you so much for what you're saying about, you wanting to watch the games with my voice. I always say, Diana, that I never invented anything. I grew up listening to the radio. All radio announcers yelled the goal the same way that I do. And if you flip the channels nowadays, everyone pretty much yells the goals the same way. I happen to help popularize a way of calling soccer with lots of passion. back in the day when everyone was watching our broadcast, especially during the 1994 World Cup when I was at Univision.
How is it for you when you've had to broadcast games with Argentina?
It's very tough, and congratulations that Chile beat Argentina twice in 2 Copa Americas back to back in the final. That still hurts, but it's okay. We won the last one.
Tú sabes que la primera, I was in the hospital. I just had my son the day before. And I'm in the hospital and I'm watching Copa America. I mean, he's there next to me, a day old. And I'm screaming, gritando. I'm yelling so loud that like 3 nurses ran to the room thinking that something was wrong. And I turn around, still wearing my hospital gown, and I'm like, Chile ganó! And they're like, get back in bed. I was like, you don't
¿Y qué le pasa a esta
understand.
señora? The nurses were, what's wrong with her?
Yesterday was the best day of my life. Today's the second best day of my life. Oh my God, it was such a trip. So thank you for acknowledging that.
I bet.
Can we talk a little bit about the Verizon partnership?
Sure. We are thrilled to have Verizon as one of our main sponsors in Football de Primera. We did very recently a very overall deal with Verizon, which includes not only the radio sponsorships of the World Cup next year in Qatar. You sponsor the Daily Show, our vignettes, all of our World Cup qualifying matches of CONCACAF, Mexico, US, El Salvador, Honduras, etc. And then we have different other promotions like Adopt a Field for the kids to be able to play the game, to have a better field where they practice and dream of becoming, soccer players. Another nice thing that I like is that next year when Mexico plays in the US, we will broadcast our daily show with our broadcast team from Verizon retail stores.
I'm not going to make you choose, okay? Because I know that that's like choosing between your kids here. But
Yeah.
tell me what really stood out to you about Maradona, and then what you love about Messi.
If I have to choose, I'm going to choose Maradona. I have no doubt. Maradona played in a very different era than of what football is today. He got hit. I mean, if he would play in today's soccer world, he would have been 5 times greater because he got hit a lot. It was a very brutal, more violent game in his age, day and time, and he was able to, lift his teams to victory. Messi is an extraordinary talent, extraordinary. He's, to me, the best player in the world right now. He doesn't show, he reinvents himself as he gets older, but it's a total different game. If you put his hand on Messi like this, they'll call it foul. On Maradona, they would just butcher his legs, and was no fouls, no yellows. And then obviously he won the World Cup. Diego is, to me, the GOAT.
Finalmente, ¿me puedes dar tu mejor consejo a los profesionales jóvenes?
You need to be prepared. You need to study. You need to study the subjects that you're going to be covering, and always, be ahead of the game. Take risks. Don't just sit back and wait for life to happen, because life will happen, but you have to go and chase your dreams. In many instances, dreams come true.
Oh, I love that. Señor Andrés Cantor, you are the original brand when it comes to the beautiful game. So thank you so much. Muchas gracias. Fue un placer, un privilegio. I can't thank you enough for the difference that you've made in my family. Just our joy in watching the game. I want you to know that. I need you to know that you really just, you take us to another level when it comes to enjoying the game. Segundo a segundo. So thank you so much. I'm so excited that you're working with Verizon, where we're going to make great things happen. Y muchísimas gracias por hablar con nosotros hoy día.
Mil gracias, Andrés. Such a wonderful person. I could have talked to him for hours. Ahora, no te olvides, Hispanic Heritage Month continues through October 15th, and Somos is ready to party.
You can see we're at 4,019 Somos members.
Somos una familia.
We do have a Heritage Month planning committee that we source through our volunteers.
We meet every week, and huge shout out to the entire team.
Many cultures. Gracias everyone for joining us today and celebrating our Mexican culture.
We're celebrating Professional Pursuit's 75th chat. Can you believe that?
We're excited to learn and have fun at the same time.
I'll be the cabinet sponsor for community.
Until the next one, nos vemos.
Somos one familia, many cultures.
Celebrando our Latinx community.
And Somos has amazing things planned all month for us, including Latinx Dancercise on October 6th at 11 a.m. Eastern, Professional Pursuit on the 7th at 4 p.m. Eastern to help you grow your career. And we're going to close out the month with My Immigrant Story on the 15th, hosted by Somos sponsor Ronan Dunn. All the details are going to be in the story. Finally, you know us Latinos love our families, and we love hearing their voices. Verizon is making it easier for us to connect with our family in Latin America with Global Choice. New wireless customers can now call family on us with free Global Choice. Customers can choose one of 11 Latin American countries, including Colombia, Dominican Republic, Guatemala, and more for free. And starting today, qualifying existing customers who add a line will also receive free Global Choice. To learn more about this offer, you can visit verizon.com/promos/Global Choice. Bueno, llegamos al fin del show. Gracias por estar con nosotros. Yo soy Diana Alvear y ahora vamos a escuchar nuestros V-Teamers decirnos lo que aman lo más de ser latino. Nos vemos pronto.
One of my favorite things about being a Latina is that we are multifaceted. If you have a Latina in the room, chances are they have so many different talents that you may not even be aware of.
To me, being a Latino is the opportunity to learn from others and multiple countries. The opportunity as well to fight for equality for the Latin community and diversity, of course.
We have passion and drive, and that in itself empowers us to be strong, committed, encouraged, and to continue to be resilient.
Top 3 things I love about being a Latina: la comida, la familia, y la música.
I love being Latino because of our language, our culture. La raza trae mucha música, bailes, fiestas, and of course, we care for one another.
It would definitely be the tightness that there is within the Latinx community. Very comforting knowing that with anything that I might need, I can always turn to my fellow brothers and sisters just for about anything.
I never feel alone in this community.
We share so many experiences and so many different backgrounds, and I am just proud. I'm a proud Latina. Somos Verizon.